Okay, so let's try solving number 2. Okay, copy lang muna natin. Same process, check muna natin kung active ang mga functions na to. As you can see, the functions active here are just the trigonometric function and the exponential. Itabi lang muna natin ulit, then let's start solving. Constant rule, let's factor out the constant 2, then let's proceed on to the next step, which is to let the sign 4x dx as u. The derivatives of sine 4x is simply a positive 4 cosine 4x dx. Chain rule lang yan, guys. Okay, once again, dv is just simply the functions, or function left. In this case, the only function left is the exponential. So let's input the remaining function, which is the e raised to x dx, is equal to dv. Again, to get the value of v, just integrate both sides. The integral of e raised to x dx is just simply e raised to x. Copy lang muna natin, then let's start following the formula. Set aside muna natin yung constant 2 na pinactor out natin kanina. Okay, u is equal to sine 4x, v is equal to e raised to x. Let's input it. So it will become the integral of e raised to x sine 4x dx is equal to sine 4x times e raised to x minus the integral of v, which is the e raised to x times du, which is the positive 4 cosine 4x dx. Okay, arrange lang muna natin. Then let's factor out the constant 4 at the integral of e raised to x4 cosine 4x dx. Constant rule lang yan. Okay, set aside muna ulit natin yung constant 4, then let's try first solving the e raised to x of cosine 4x dx since hindi pa siya integrable. Same process, let u is equal to cosine 4x, so du is equal to negative 4 sine 4x dx, dv is equal to e raised to x dx, then integrate both sides, so this will become v is equal to e raised to x. Again, the integral of u dv is equal to u times v minus the integral of v du. In this case, ang iintindihin mo lang dito ay ang problem na ini-integrate mo. Huwag kang babalik sa unang u na sinet mo, du, dv, and the v. This part is iba na ang process na mangyayari. Okay, diretso na tayo. U times v is equals to e raised to x times cosine 4x minus the integral of e raised to x times negative 4 sine 4x dx. Okay, diretso na lang ulit tayo. Let's factor out the constant negative 4, but since minus ang nasa formula, this will become a positive 4 times the integral of e raised to x sine 4x dx. Okay, copy lang muna natin. Okay, so kunin na natin yung constant 4 na sinet, aside natin earlier, then let's turn it back to the equation, or just simply distribute 4 onto the equation. So since it is a negative constant 4, the equation will become negative 4 of e raised to x times cosine 4x is equal to 4 times 4 is 16. But since negative yung isa, this will become a negative 16 times the integral of e raised to x of sine 4x dx. Copy lang muna natin yung problem, then let's input the first u times v na nabuo natin kanina, which is yung e raised to x times sine 4x. Let's also input the second u times v na nabuo natin, which is the negative 4 of e raised to x times cosine 4x minus the v du natin, which is the negative 16 times the integral of e raised to x sine 4x dx. If we are going to unzoom this one, the whole problem will become like this. Now I will let you think, what should we do next? Okay. If we are going to manipulate the equation again and going to assume the trigonometric function as u, then you are wrong. Because we are just going to derive and integrate all over and over and over again. It just simply give you an unending problem to manipulate all over, which is napakamali na. So to end this problem and make all things short, just simply remove the negative 16 times the integral of e raised x times sine 4x dx by adding both sides a positive 16 times the integral of e raised to x times sine 4x dx. Note that what you add to the other will be the same to the other side. For is to make all things balance and make the unimportant equation equal to 0. Let's go back to the problem, and the problem will become like this. So this will be equal to 17 times the integral of e raised to x sine 4x dx equal to e raised to x minus e raised to x cosine 4x plus 0. Copy lang muna natin. Then, let's times both sides with the reciprocal of 17, which is 1 over 17, for us to fully cancel the value of the negative 16 times integral of e raised to x times sine 4x dx earlier. Sabi nga natin, hindi natin siya kailangan. So 17 will cancel, then this will become the integral of e raised to x sine 4x dx equal to e raised to x sine 4x minus 4 e raised x cosine 4x all over 17 plus the constant c. This is not the final answer yet. Okay, so balikan ulit natin yung constant 2 na pinakaunang constant na sinet aside natin kanina. Ilagay lang muna natin kung saan siya nakapwesto kanina, then let's distribute it to the equation. This will become 2e raised to x sine 4x. 2x negative 4 is equal to negative 8 of e raised to x times cosine 4x all over 17. Plus the constant c. Of course, this is not the final answer yet. Copy lang muna natin. And as you can see, meron tayong common factor, which is the exponential. Mag-factor out ulit tayo dyan for us to simplify our answer. So this will become 2 of e raised to x times the quantity sign 4x, 4 cosine 4x all over 17, plus the constant c, and that is the final answer. Once again, this is Engineer Jake. Thanks for watching.